What the fuck was that?
What?
Oh, since I'm in the browser today, it's not the usual recording. It was a upright, chippy lady. This meeting is now being recorded. Oh, Zoom is messing with me today.
Is it just because we're recording on a different day and different time? I don't know.
I don't know what the issue is. All I know is that for whatever reason, I have been trying to update the app, and the app will not update because every time it keeps saying failed. I've never dealt with the on a Mac installing an update and a failure. So
Yeah.
that's one. Since I had to do it this way, I'm on the browser, so it can't pick up my nice camera. So I gotta look at the shitty camera right in front of me. But we will persevere. That's the word, right?
Yes. Yes. We will get through this together.
Welcome to a conversation with Judy and Ryan, youtube.com at TABPOD. All of your audio broadcast. I can't even look at the right spot. I keep looking at my camera. All of the audio platform podcasts. Just search a conversation with Judy and Ryan. Hey, Judy.
Hi, Ryan. Good to see you. Didn't
It's,
think I was gonna see you this week, but we
yeah,
made it.
it was close. It was close. We usually record on Thursdays.
hmm
Something happened this Thursday, and we will get into that in a little bit because I also had I wanted to have a conversation with you about something related to that topic. But we are recording on a Saturday morning, which is why it is nicely lit in my living
Yeah.
room and in your
In my
room.
office, like, wow,
Yes.
natural light coming in.
Oh, and look, I like how you have so many of them. You're just decorating your house with fucking water bottles.
Oh yeah, that was my old one. Now it's my husband. So I just,
You
he's
just don't. You're like, I threw away your grill, so you could have this water bottle. Oh man. Um. Yeah, and that's why I'm not wearing the hat today. It's why I have my emo look going because I was like, I don't feel like doing the whole thing. I'm not putting the lights on. For anyone who's watching on YouTube, you can see it. I don't have the DVD player going.
Nothing. I mean, I forgot. Like, I was like, oh, I actually have to put my face on today because on the weekends I don't wear makeup. I'm just like, I don't really
You're just
care.
like,
It's
I'm just with
my
Keith. Who gives a shit?
like we're
Like,
just chilling at home. We're just gonna go to Costco later. Like, I can throw my hair up, throw a hat on, and I'm good. But I was like, okay, I forget. I'm like, okay, we're gonna make ourselves look good because we've been on a roll with, always looking good on the cameras. Like,
so,
I'm not gonna
so
stop today.
well, I took a shower. Okay,
Yeah. I'm like,
like, it's not
great.
like I just rolled out of bed and I was like, let's go. By the way, I wish my hair could look like this when I wake up. You know how, like, it's not like an entirely intense thing or whatever, but when I
hmm
wake up, it is full rat nest. Just like little coils popping out of here. It's frizzy. It's all, oh, God. I'd
Have
be
you
so
tried like
happy.
doing like satin pillowcases? Like, isn't that supposed to help with the frizz?
Yeah, no, it's because I move a lot. Like I'm a tosser and a turner, right? So like I'll put
Hmm
it this way: I wear a sleep mask, and I have never once woken up with that sleep mask on my face.
Fair.
So the and like I've even tried wearing like caps for your head. Same
Yeah.
thing. Like
hmm
they fall off. So the best thing that I've been able to do, but it just is not comfortable to sleep like that, is put my hair in a ponytail. God, I'm such a woman. Put my hair in a ponytail before I go to bed, and that's the best way to keep her from tangling. But like I said, it
Yeah.
doesn't. That's not. I don't want to sleep like that. You
No,
know,
no.
you're trying to put
Yeah.
your head on the pillow. You got something just jabbing you in the back of your head. What am I, a woman in high school? God,
Okay.
I just, I don't know. I assume that's how boys communicate with girls in high school. Just like they just jab them in the back of their head with their dick.
Anyway.
No, no, is that not how? Look, I was a very late bloomer. Okay, if it wasn't for the advent of Tinder, I would have never discovered just how awesome the other gender is.
Wow. Fair. Fair.
Well,
Okay.
because I've told you, like I used to, like I'm chubby now, right? Or
Hmm.
fat, depending on if we're going by BMI.
Oh,
I'm
let's not talk
extreme.
about
I'm
BMI. Jesus
extremely
Christ.
obese. Okay. Um, but no, like I'm chubby now. When I was younger, especially in high school and stuff, fatty, fat, right? Like I was Pillsbury Doughboy in a puff jacket fat. So
In a puff jacket.
and then compounded with the fact that I was best friends with the guy who somehow every girl in high school wanted to fuck. Like every single solitary girl that we came across threw their vagina at this man,
My God.
right? So I just like over time was just like, you know what? There's no point in talking to women. If they really want you, they'll just throw their vagina at you. You don't say hello to them. You just wait in the corner until hopefully someone comes and says, "Hi, you poor sad sack of pathetic shit. Let me help you out." And then Tinder came, and I was just I
So that
was
didn't
just
happen in high school, but then Tinder came along.
right. Well, so and then I get married to the first. I don't want to say the first person, but like the first person I had like a I would say a deep connection with or whatever. But I
Yeah.
say that because even early on, we all knew that that was gonna not work out well. Like I'll
Yeah.
you know who you should ask. You should ask my mom. She'll like not publicly, like get on DM her on
Send a
Instagram.
D. Yeah.
She'll
All
give you
right. All right.
the full breakdown.
After this post, I'll send her a DM.
So so I get married to the first woman that I have a connection with, even though everyone, everyone, everyone told me it was not going to be good. And then get out of that Tinder. And the thing about Tinder that's deceptive, but it made it so perfect for me, is depending on how much you want to spend, you can swipe all day long.
Oh my
And I
God.
mean, what I mean by that is if you just do the regular free one, you get, I don't know, 500 swipes a day. You think that was enough for me? Nope. Why?
Now
Because
were
I
you
go
now
ahead, ask me.
were you one of the guys who just swipes like without even looking, like
Oh,
automatic,
thousand
like
percent.
all of every single one?
Thousand
Yes.
percent.
Yes.
My fingers were getting such a workout. I was getting ready for meeting women and getting to second base. Okay. I was like,
I guess practice makes perfect at that point.
or is it third base? I don't know. I forgot what the bases are. It's been
I
so
don't know.
long. Okay.
I
Anyway,
feel
sorry.
like they've changed since a
Probably.
decade ago.
The bases are now non-binary and
Uh,
they don't conform to any kind
it's
of.
not a gender role anymore.
But yeah, no, I would just rapid fire.
Mhm.
So, normally I would run out, let's say, I want to say it was like 20 minutes, but let's be honest, I was probably there for like a good hour. Just
Yeah,
I'd be at
right.
work. I'd be at work and not actually like I'd still be working, but
Hmm.
it would get so easy that I would be bored. So I'd need to do something like a fidget spinner. So
Hmm.
I would be swiping while I'm at work, just doing my thing. And yeah, a couple times.
Man.
I'm obviously not the only one who does that though, because
Yeah.
there were a couple people out there that were like, "Hey, you might want to check all of my pictures before you actually commit to any kind of date." Because like picture two would be her full pregnant, or picture three would have like four illegitimate children from three dads. You know.
So what? We'll still go on a date.
No, I'm not dating a pregnant woman. I'm sorry. Like that is
That's
my
the
line.
cutoff.
That's my cutoff.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
I need to, because here's the thing. I don't know if I could have sex with a pregnant woman that I wasn't in a relationship with.
Mm-hmm.
And if sex is off the table, what is the point of a date? And
Yeah.
whoa, pause. I'm not saying that there's not other things. I'm just saying, like, if sex is not attainable for months and months, if even if you both want it, but like for me, honestly, I'm a 3 date guy. If I haven't hit by the third date, we're probably not going to work out. That's nothing against you, or not you specifically, Judy, because I know you're like a 2 date girl.
Wow.
But
Same.
nothing against anyone who feels differently
Oh
in
yeah.
regards to that. I know that the kind of person I am, if we haven't clicked in a way that we've hooked up by the third date, it's not going to work out.
Mm-hmm.
Um, sorry.
I
I got
was like,
so
oh
up.
man, how
I
did
got
we start
so up.
talking about Tinder?
I don't, I
It
don't
just
know.
takes me back to when I first joined it, and I remember exactly when it was too, because it was maybe like 3 4 months after my ex broke up with me. I was on a road trip with my best friends, and Val was there. So with Val, and Val was the one who
I like
created.
how you,
I was
poor
like, well,
Val. You're like, I was on a trip with my best friends
I
and
meant Val.
Val.
Like, no, sorry, but you know what I meant.
I know.
Anyway,
I'm just defending. Because
sorry, Val, if you're
I'm
listening,
not incorrect. I'm not
girl, I
incorrect
love
when I say
you.
this. Val is basketball, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. That's what I thought. I'm just defending my basketball queen. Okay.
Yeah, I know. My bad. But anyways, so she's the one. Like, I didn't even know what that was. I was like, what the fuck is Tinder? I was like, okay, whatever. They're like,
What
we're just
year is
gonna
this? Is my question for you.
2015.
Okay. And the reason I ask, because my Tinder experience started late. I would say it was like 2018, 2019.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this was
Okay.
2015,
All
March.
right. So it's 2015. You're on a road trip
On
with
a road
Val
trip
and your best friends.
with Val and
Um,
some one of my best friends and her ex. Anyways, girl,
and
long story.
you discovered Tinder. What happens
Yeah,
then?
and then that was like the end. Like, I was like, oh, this is so like it is addicting. Like, but I'm not the type. I wasn't the one who was swiping all the time. I was like, I like reading and looking at pictures and reading their stuff. Like, oh, if they're funny, haha. Like, okay, that's a funny bio. I guess I'll swipe.
Well, so that's the thing I will say, right? Is that I would swipe on everyone. And then
Mm-hmm.
as soon as I would get a match, then I
Then you'll
became,
go.
yeah, like I would go and I would look at every aspect. I'm like, oh, she
Oh,
likes
okay,
dogs and she drinks wine because she's every single woman ever.
right. She likes to go hiking. She like.
Yeah. Oh, God. There are certain things on there that it's just like everyone wants to fucking hike. Ev- Everyone goes to
Yep,
microbreweries.
I won't lie. I was one of those girls. Like,
Ah.
yeah, every time we went to Red Rock, like, oh, can you take a picture of me so I can put it on my profile?
Oh my God.
That was me. That was definitely me. I mean, I did enjoy it, but still, like every
Right.
other woman on the dating apps had probably the same pictures that we all did.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And but it was
Y'all
like with
did.
the guys with like their fishing pictures, like holding up a fish or a guy
Pause just
holding
real
his
quick.
beer.
Just real quick. You have described to me exactly why I fucking hate fishing. Okay. Now I know that there are types of fishing that I actually do enjoy, like trolling. Trolling, for anyone who doesn't know, is when the boat is actually going forward, like the propeller is going, and you're fishing behind because you're trying to catch bigger fish that are in motion all the time, right? That can be fun because stuff's happening all the time. A fucking shark could come out of nowhere and rip you off the boat. Like it's like an action movie, okay? But with fishing, all it is, I got my fish. Because you're like, because
that's exactly it.
Because you said there's pictures of them fishing, and the only thing you could do to describe it is they have their fish.
And they have their fish in the picture. Like, look what I caught.
Oh, fuck.
No, I do not miss those days.
Guys, definitely. There's the outdoorsy one. So it's if you're fishing, or like if you're in the South, they would have the gun pictures. Like I'm down at the range. Yep. But there's the hiking. Guys would do hiking too. Like,
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. With their dogs.
There's always a dog picture. If the dog or an animal picture, there's always one of those.
Yep. If somebody holding a baby.
What?
I seen men who would just have like pictures like of them holding like a baby, or like, you know, playing with like their nephews, or to make them look like
No, I get it. I just like that one. That was that must have been one for the times.
I've seen those.
Because, and this is also what I want to talk to you about, because originally Tinder, dating app, right? Full dating, like you're supposed to meet someone and go on a date, and then maybe it'll progress. Right. By the time I had gotten to Tinder, it had turned into full hookup app. Right? Yeah. And I didn't even know that it was a hookup app when I got on there. But apparently, like, it was my people. Like, I was just adopted into it. They're like, yes, come, my child. We accept you wholeheartedly, right? So for me, the pictures, you would still have the active one. You would still have the dog one. If you had a athletic body, you would have the shut up!
The shirtless pics.
I said shut up! No one cares about you sneezing! I'm gonna get the belt! I'm gonna get it! See, she's kinky. She wants me to get the belt. You hear that?
She's like, yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah, she's like, I bet you will get it. Okay? No, don't hit me. No, Daddy, no. Shut up!
Hi, Alex. Can you tell her I said hi while you're yelling at her? Can you say hi?
Judy says hi! She says hi.
I heard.
I only did that because you said while you're yelling. You didn't say just say hi, so I had to say it like that. So really, it's your fault. But yeah, no, full hookup culture. Face. So yes, you would have guys at the gym who they either were like soaked but no shirt on. Like, who's at the gym with no shirt on and you're soaked? Okay, like calm the fuck down. Yeah. Or if you were like me, it was, I'm not showing you my body, but I'm showing you that I'm active. But I'm also funny. So it's like, yeah, so it's like a picture of me on a treadmill, like.
Oh man, I wish I like could see like our photos that we used back in the day of like what we chose for our profiles.
Right. The only one that I remember, because like I said, I felt like I had to go with the goofy route. So the only one I remember is me and my dog Thor, and he's sitting on my leg, and I'm just like. A lot of my photos were just me going. I'm ready to take a solid to the back of my throat. Okay,
I do remember. Let me just say, there's one specific picture that I loved, and I just looked so good in it because I got my haircut that day. You know, it was still fresh out of the salon, and I was going out with my friends because it was our last going out before I moved to Texas. And it was like this super low cut shirt, of course, and I was so tan. And the girls looked good. I was like, this will be my main photo. And let me tell you, I bagged a lot of dudes with that photo. And, you know, it's how I got my man.
Keith is just listening to this like, yeah, that's a great story.
That's how I got my man there.
I'm so glad she bagged all these dudes on her way to me. God. So, Judy, I'm just gonna
Oh,
give you a little advice real quick, okay? A little
yeah.
advice from Ryan. Did you notice how when I was talking about that I was indoctrinated into the hookup culture of Tinder? I
Yes.
never I never gave any numbers. I never gave any examples. I never
Uh-huh.
gave any fucking evidence so that when my lovely fiance listens to this later, she's just gonna be like, "Oh, Tinder, huh? What was that like?" And be like, "Oh, girl, that's just for the show. I didn't even say
What?
anything." But you're just talking about all these dudes ran through me like I was at a
I
fucking
didn't even say
fraternity.
that. Wow, the way you make it sound like getting choo-chooed over here like every other day. Like, what?
Choo choo
No.
choo. Oh, that might be my new like I've heard running a train, but now choo choo. That might be my favorite after airtight. Have
Never
you heard of
anything like that. No,
have you
what?
heard of airtight?
No.
It means when everything's plugged.
Oh God. Okay. But
Okay.
anyways,
This is a very, very wholesome show we're doing on a Saturday morning.
morning for you. It's already past noon here, so
That's fair. That is fair. All right. While we're on the topic of the dating apps, which one was your favorite?
um okay, so I stopped using Tinder after like 2016, I
Right.
think. 16, 17. And then I
I
found
wait, real quick. Was Tinder for you? I feel like Tinder for you was one of those things that you would stop using it as your main, but
mhm,
anytime you were like,
bored.
I'm sorry to say this, Keith. Anytime you were trolling for dick, you were like, I need to get fucked. I'm going on Tinder.
No, no, I
No,
actually no, I
I'm
deleted it.
talking pre-Texas, okay? So this is
No, yeah,
pre-fraternity
like
choo-choo.
2007 fraternity. This is not a serious show today. Tears,
Oh,
the tears are
wait, have
flowing.
we've been supposed to be doing a serious show.
I don't know. I don't think we really had anything going into this show.
No, I just have stuff I want to
Sorry.
complain about, honestly. But
Uh, okay.
no, okay.
No.
So
So no,
which
no, no.
okay, so you would just get off Tinder
So we
100%?
got off Tinder. I think I stopped using, yeah, Tinder altogether for like a full year. And then I signed up for something new and it was Hinge. I used
Hinge,
Hinge and
okay.
the Hinge was fun. And then I met my husband on Bumble. So
Okay.
yeah.
So I met you on Hinge, right?
Yes. Yes,
Okay.
we met
All
on
right.
Hinge. Yep.
For
It was like
anyone
the
wondering,
2018 year.
that is how we met. It was on a dating app because like I said, I don't talk to women unless it's in digital form, okay? Well, I will explain why in a moment because I was starting to earlier with talking about me in high school, but same thing. I did Tinder. I loved Hinge. I
Hmm.
loved
I
it.
did too.
It was just because it was about swiping, but it wasn't about swiping on just the picture. Like it did force you to have to go and like look at the profile and determine if there was something about that specifically that you wanted to comment on.
Hmm.
Um, Bumble sucked. Bumble Bumble is fake Tinder. Okay, Bumble
Why do
is
you say that?
Bumble because Bumble tries to treat itself like, oh, we're here for women empowerment. We want the woman to be like, you have the power in this relationship. So you get to be the one that determines if we actually go on with a conversation or not. You know what most of the fucking conversations on Tinder are? Hey, hi, want to hook up? Yeah. You know what most of the conversations on Bumble are? Hey, hi, want to hook up? Yeah. The only difference is that women they'll be swiping, right? You swipe, 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 and then you get a match, and then you see, oh, I shouldn't have fucking swiped on that. I'm not gonna say anything for 24 hours, and then the match just goes away. We're on to you, fake ass Tinder.
remember that if it actually ever disappears.
No, like
I don't know.
you if after the match, if the
Mm-hmm.
female doesn't say hi within 24 hours, the match goes
Oh,
away. Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that was the whole point of Bumble is we need impairment. And
I
like
will say, look, my husband was my like the second person I matched on there, and it was like that was it.
well, no. So here's what I will say because I feel this way about Tinder and Hinge and any dating app,
Hmm.
except Plenty of Fish. If you're on Plenty of Fish, you're fucking ratchet, and there's something wrong with you. You're probably like you are on a government assistance program of some sort, and you do have 75 children, and there's an issue with you, and you need help. Okay, you need a lot of fucking help. I say this as someone who dabbled.
You dabbled.
I
Oh,
dabbled. Like I didn't
I
actually.
never knew what Plenty of Fish was until one of my coworkers told me about it. I go, what? What is that?
So
Like,
I never actually like went out with anyone on Plenty
mhm.
of Fish, but like, look, I'll put it this way: it makes the profiles on Tinder look like fucking like Instagram models. You know, like the stuff that you see on Tinder is like adequate at best, right? But compared to what you saw on Plenty of Fish, it was like Greek gods sculpted out of candy. Like it, you know. Put it
Oh man.
you go on Plenty of Fish and you feel like you need to get like the Plan B pill after getting off the app, okay? uh
Wow.
but the way that I've always felt about it, because it's true, is all of the dating apps, regardless of Bumble, Tinder, Hinge,
Hmm.
eHarmony, I'll even include that as a dating app, right? They are, you get out of it what you put into it.
Yep, it's true.
If your goal is to find someone long term, I'm not going to say you're going to find them on there, but it's not like you're only going to be ever doing hookups,
Right.
because you're going to be telling people, no, my goal is to be dating someone, not just, to get fraternity choo choo. Put it on a shirt.
You know what? I will put on a shirt. I'm gonna make this our first shirt that we've created.
Second shirt.
Oh, sorry. Appreciate me. Your
Literally,
first one.
I've been wearing different
You
versions
appreciate
of
me.
this goddamn shirt for 3 weeks
So
now.
now
And
you got to put that into a hoodie when it gets colder. That would
oh,
be great.
now look, fucking pity the executive producer is going to get me the appreciate me shirt. Oh, I thought you were running around. Shut up!
You were so nice.
I know. Like who
Out of
am I?
character. My bad. My bad.
Who am I? I can't be nice. God. Um,
But yeah,
took long enough.
I like that slow motion throw she did.
I will, but yes, I will totally get a fraternity choo choo
Okay.
hoodie.
As soon as I create it, I'll show you the plan
And
and then I'll print it out.
oh, and you know what it has to have on there somewhere? It has to have like a little like a
A
silhouette
train.
of a toy train though.
Yeah, that's what I
You
was
know what I'm
thinking.
saying?
Hmm.
Oh God.
I'm gonna create it. So I found.
UNLV, we are taking sponsorships right now for this fraternity choo choo train. SMU, Houston, the Houstons,
The
the Houstons
Houstons.
will love this. This is the kind of stuff the Houstons will go for.
Oh man, I just had I created a hoodie that says there's some horrors in this house, and it's
Oh, with a
like a
W.
no, it's like horrors, like a horror flick, right? But
Okay, okay,
it has
okay.
like a twerking pumpkin and a
Oh my
twerking
god.
mummy. Because I love Halloween. Okay, anyways, this is like so off topic, but so I got those created and it's coming in the mail today. But I'm gonna get this choo choo train
Yes.
like
Oh god,
put
I'm
in.
excited. I'm
I'll
very
send it to
excited for
you.
that.
Me too. I
Um,
can just picture it now.
but going back to the dating apps, yeah. So
Mhm,
I'm not surprised you met your husband on Bumble because, like I said, if that's what you were using it for, right?
mhm.
Um, I met Alex through Bumble, kind of, because I met a girl and I dated her, and it that didn't work
Does
out.
Alex know this story?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I I hope. If
She's
she
gonna
doesn't,
hear
she's
this,
about.
like, what?
If she doesn't, she's about to find out. Um, but we dated. It didn't work out. The thing about me is that like I genuinely try to become friends before I date anyone, like
Yeah.
just on a friend level, right? Hence why you and I met through Hinge, and here we are doing this fucking podcast all these years later. So I, me and the other girl decided it wasn't really going to work out, but we were still talking. And then she just was like, oh my God, I know someone that is just perfect for you. And she said it like that. So I was like, I'm fucking out. No, thank you. Don't want it. No. But, sure enough, met Alex and it's all history. So
Yeah.
I guess you could say technically through Bumble, but not
Okay.
like it was a Bumble referral.
Yeah, it was a bumper of pearls, exactly.
Oh
Oh, that's
man.
great.
Okay,
Oh,
so enough
love
of the
that.
dating app since we've literally talked dating for a half hour at this point. I do want to tell a story real quick about pissing myself at the gym.
Yes, please. I really saw that in our notes, and I thought you were pissed off at yourself, not
No,
that you actually pissed yourself.
I pissed myself. I peed my pantaloons.
At the
So
gym.
at the gym. Yeah.
Mm.
So been going to the gym, trying to, get my cardio. Honestly, you know what I want? I don't even care about losing weight. I just want to have less mass. And the
Mhm.
reason I say that is because my towels are normal sized towels, but they're
Mhm.
starting to look like I'm wearing a sarong when I get out of the shower. Like I'm showing a little too much leg when it's wrapped around my waist.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I just want to get less towel sarongness going on in the house.
Right.
So that's
And more
why,
full coverage. I got it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to, I'm trying to be fucking cheap and not have to buy more towels. Okay.
Also smart. Yes, got
Right.
it.
So I've been going to the gym, getting my cardio in. The other day I went and I had to go to the bathroom first. So I go over to the stall and I was wearing these underwear that didn't have a through hole, right? A pee hole, whatever it's
Yeah.
called, a
Yeah.
dick hole.
I don't know what you meant call it, honestly.
Yeah,
The flaps.
right. Yeah, like it didn't have one of those, right?
Yeah.
So I pulled the elastic down and just
Oh,
threw everything on top
you're
of the
just
elastic.
balls and penis out on the stall? Is that how it
Well,
works?
it's in the stall. Like there's the tiny walls up, and I'm
Oh,
like, it's okay. One,
sorry.
like no. I get it because it's an inside look into the male bathroom. But so one, the only way anyone's gonna notice it is if they're looking, and if you're looking for a specific reason. It
Like,
wasn't, yeah. It was like, oh, are you going to the fraternity later? So I pull balls and dick out, as you like to say, and I go. And the issue with this is when this happens, even though you'll do that shake that you need to make sure you get it all out, since the elastic is underneath everything, it's kind of cut off the flow to
uh-huh.
the rest of the shaft. Okay.
Oh.
So think of this is deep anatomy stuff, but think of the penis as like what you can see is
Mm-hmm.
like a third of the entire thing, and
Mm-hmm.
the other 2/3 go back up into your body, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So with the elastic cutting it off, the flow of water had stopped, right?
Yeah.
And I didn't realize that this had happened to me until I took the elastic down. Because normally you
Oh
do is you
no.
take the elastic down and then you give yourself another shake and it gets everything out, right?
Okay, yeah.
But I had forgotten this pertinent rule. So I was just throwing it back in. And so that extra shake actually came out
Uh,
in my pants, right?
mm.
And it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like a full on happy or Billy Madison where, you're only cool if you pee your pants.
So like
No,
that whole right leg's just so
yeah,
yeah.
but it was, and also I had like gray,
The
like
worst.
light
Yeah.
gray shorts on, right? The kind
Hmm.
of light gray that when they're wet go dark gray. So so it's in a spot where I'm like, okay, I can probably cover because I wear a sweatshirt when I work out, right? So I'm like, all right, it'll look weird, but if I like pull my hands into the hoodie pocket and push them down, people will see that I'm kind of pushing it down, but at least they won't see. All I got to do is get to the elliptical. As long as I can get to the elliptical, then this area will be covered. I'll be fine, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And so that would have been all that would have probably been fine, except that I also decided to be an ass and wear this bright green headband that says "Not today, Satan" on
Yeah,
my
yeah,
head while I
yeah.
was at the gym. So I'm just walking through the gym with this on my head at TABPOD if you want to see a visual. Walking through the gym with this bright green "Look at me" headband on my head, pulling my sweatshirt down for dear life so that no one notices that I piss myself. So I have to walk through this entire section of weightlifters holding my sweatshirt down, right? And then as soon as I make the corner, I'm like, all right, cool. I'm good. I made it. Nope. There is an entire row of women doing stationary bikes, just looking at me, waiting for me to get to my goddamn elliptical. When will it end? I had to sprint. Judy, I kid you not. Like I was like, I didn't do a full sprint, but I did the thing where it's like the high step sprint. We're like, doo, 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 doo.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, I had to get to it so fast because I was so concerned that someone was gonna look and be like, "Bro, you pissed yourself." I was
Wow.
really excited to wear this headband too. I was
Oh
very excited
man.
for it, and that happens. So,
Now you can never wear that. They're
gentlemen,
gonna know.
please remember that if you do the elastic pee, to make sure that you vent your system before you go and do anything.
I didn't think that was a problem, but and that makes sense. It makes sense though.
Look, guys, anatomically, I know that you women get a lot of run for your monthly visitor or whatever, where you bleed for 7 days and don't die, which is against all fabric of science. Okay. But you know what? Guys with our dicks, we have a lot that we have to deal with. Okay. We have to deal with the elastic pee issue. We have to deal with shrinkage. Imagine going swimming and then you meet a girl at a pool and she'll like, yeah, I want to take you out right now. You go up to the fucking hotel room or whatever, you pull your swim trunks down and your dick is a third of the size because of shrinkage. It's not fun, man. It's not fair. It's not okay. Y'all need to show us men a little more respect in the dick area because of all the things that we have to go through.
Yeah, I didn't realize there are so many things you guys have to go through. But you know what? That's why you're here to enlighten us of
I'm
of your
educating
penis
motherfuckers,
situations here.
educating on the side, on the shrinkage and
Oh my God.
the elastic peeing. Okay,
Yeah, and the
so
shakeage.
I thought that was just common knowledge. Like I thought everybody knew that you had to shake
But I thought that y'all just did that for the
for fun.
for funsies.
They just need something else to do.
Okay, anyways.
Oh man. You know what's really cool about doing it on the browser though is that it actually gives me a full countdown. So I know that we
Oh,
have
that's
39
good.
seconds left. Yeah. So all right, but we do have 39 seconds left. So we are going to take a quick break. We are going to
Yes.
reconvene. When we come back, I am going to be telling you about how my week was fucking trash last week. And yeah, a couple other things. Oh, I also want to find out about what's going on with Judy is so funny. She's the biggest hero in her own head, and I will explain that to you guys actually first when we come back right here on a conversation with Judy and Ryan. I love her so much. She's so much nicer than the version you get. That old bitch that's recording and this meeting
Yeah.
is now being recorded. Oh God.
Oh, why can't I
Maybe that's
have
the
that?
maybe that's the update that like the app is trying to do, and the old lady is just holding on to position. She's like, "No, I'm never going to give this up. Fuck your update. You can't have it. If it can't be me, you can't have it."
I'm gonna see if there's an update for my Zoom app after our session.
Yeah, I honestly feel like I'm gonna have to delete my app and then reinstall it, and that'll probably fix everything.
Yeah.
Anyway, welcome back to a conversation with Judy and Ryan at YouTube or on YouTube at TABPOD. Check us out on all of the audio podcast platforms. A conversation with Judy and Ryan. Before we left, I said that, and this is truly why Judy is one of my favorite people in the world, because the way that you describe yourself, you are such, you know how Joe Rogan talks about like you need to be the hero of your own story? Like the way that you talk about yourself, you are so the hero of your story. Like I wish that I loved myself as much as you love yourself. And I'm not saying that as like a, like you need to get over yourself, you love yourself too much. No, just the way that you actually appreciate yourself is something that I honestly am kind of jealous of. And I love that about you. And I say that because you were telling me that this whole Taylor Swift thing has been a redemption arc for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm very I know what happened because I follow you on X, or no, as you know what we're calling it in this house now, Twix, because we couldn't figure out if it was Twitter or X, because people are still calling it both, so we call it Twix.
I like that. I might just start calling it Twix too.
Put it on a shirt.
It's like that old Twitter font, the TWI and then the new X. Oh my god. So smart. Okay, I got this.
Oh my god. Honestly, like that's oh, you're you really are smart. Anyway, no, because sorry, because like I'll just go off on an entire tangent. Anytime you hear me say anyway, it's usually me just trying to get back on topic, not me disparaging you in any way, shape, or form. Bitch. I was being too nice. I had to throw that in there. But now I've been following you on Twitter, so I know what happened. But please let the audience know.
Yes. So if let's take it back, 5 months ago, if we can believe this was 5 months ago that we were supposed to go see Taylor Swift in concert in Las Vegas. Flights got canceled. We never got to see her. So she announced like 2 weeks ago that she's doing a second leg of her like a North America tour after she does her international tours. And she has 4 shows, right? And the cities were Miami, Indianapolis, New Orleans, and Toronto. So as soon as she announced this, I was like, I need to get tickets to this. Like I don't care where it is. I need to get tickets to go see her. So I'm like logging in, and they're like, okay, you can only pre-register for 1 city. I was like, damn. So I was like, okay, fuck.
Damn, like, those are my chances. Fucked it up for everyone.
Like there goes my chance. But like, okay, I'm gonna choose Miami. And then I round up 3 people, right? So I round up Keith, Valerie. I round up Keith, Valerie, and my cousin. I was like, I need you guys to go pre-register for the other 3 cities that she has.
Oh my God.
And if you think I'm lying, I'm not. I am not lying. I exactly did this.
No, and this tells me how good our friendship is, because I'm so glad you didn't ask me. Because I would have had to been like, no. And then that would have messed with our friendship. So thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for knowing that about me.
But this was also like 8 a.m. my time, and you were not awake yet. So it's okay.
Either way, I'm just saying thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. So I round them up and they all pre-register for the other cities. So early this week, Ticketmaster announces like all the pre-sale codes are going to be sent out, blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. Out of the 4 of us, I was the fortunate one to get a pre-sale code. Keith, Val, and my cousin got waitlisted for their respective cities.
Cities.
Yeah. So I log in to do my little pre-sale code, and there's like 15,000 people ahead of me. I was like, damn, bitch. Here we go again. I'm about to wait 5 hours in this queue line again, like I did last time. But you know what? As much as I talked shit about Ticketmaster last time, and you know what? I still ended up getting my tickets. This was like one of the smoothest processes that I've had, and it took me 40 minutes. I got my 4 tickets because I'm bringing Keith and the same 2 people that was supposed to go with us in March. We're all going back to go see her in Miami, and just very fortunate enough to be able to do this again.
See, so this is what I'm saying is that you, when you and I were talking in the pre-show meeting, you said, this is my redemption arc, right? But what are we redeeming? we're redeeming that you made some extra cash off of selling your Taylor Swift tickets before? Like, that's what your redemption arc is? My redemption?
I know, like, wow.
Are you just, is it your redemption as I am a true Taylor Swift fan now? Like, what the, but that's what I'm saying. The fact that you call it a redemption arc. It's so, I love it so much about you.
It is.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't understand the Taylor Swift mania, to be quite honest. So this tells I used to be very into a degree with certain things. I still am, but I used to be very into pop culture and knowing what's going on with pop culture.
Mm-hmm.
I was this many years old when I found out that Taylor Swift was 35. Like, or 34 or whatever. In my head, she's always just going to be in her mid 20s, right? No,
yeah.
Because for anyone who is unaware, which is pretty much just me, the concert is called the Eras Tour, and it goes through all of the different eras of her career. When I heard that on Tuesday, I was, what
like,
eras?
What?
She's 17. I didn't say the 17th thing, but that's what I was thinking. Is like, what era is like she's, she's been doing this for a long time because she started when she was 4, but she's only like 28. Like, what the fuck does she know? Fast forward 6 years and 34. Okay, she can have eras. But it's not only that. The thing that I don't understand about it is the full on fanaticism of Taylor Swift, right? Because people are buying parking passes so that they can sit outside of the stadium to listen to her concert.
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard about this?
No.
Yeah. The concerts are getting sold out.
Right.
So since people can't go to the concert, they are outside of the arena singing, like the open air arenas, singing along to the songs. And they are paying for parking spots so that they can do that. That is insane. I
don't think I've heard any other artists, bands where people do that. Unless they just don't get talked about as much as.
I mean, I'm sure it has happened. I would say it's like this. Anytime there is a concert on the level of this era's one, that it probably happens in some level, but it doesn't happen. Let's say it happens once every 7-8 years or something like that for an artist. So that's why we don't hear about it, because we just don't fucking remember. But imagine paying $150 for a parking spot so you could hear. Because that's the only song I know. So.
I was like, oh, why is that the song he chose?
No, like, I know she's an amazing artist and all that stuff, right? But her music doesn't resonate with me.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I don't listen to it. But the same thing, you know who does resonate with me? Lil Baby. You know who I'm not paying for a parking spot so I can hear mumble rap go. Merch Madness.
No.
By the way, that Merch Madness song, that has got me right now.
I don't listen to Little
I'm not trying to get
Baby.
copywritten. You don't like Lil Baby? That hurts.
There's two. There was like that Little Baby, and then there's like the Baby, and
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't get it. I'm gonna just stick to Taylor
I
Swift.
like how you're like, I don't get it. There's like Lil Baby and there's the Baby. And there's
And then
those
there's
two
probably
guys.
another
No,
baby.
pause. Yeah, there's Lil Baby and there's the Baby. And I've obviously completely understood that there's those two people, but I don't get it. Fuck this.
I don't know anything about these mumble rappers, and
Honestly, I didn't know anything about them either. I didn't even realize that Lil Baby was considered a mumble. I wouldn't say Da Baby is a mumble rapper. I could be wrong because what the fuck do I know? But I wouldn't say he's a mumble rapper. But I didn't even realize Lil Baby was one. I know that like Quavo and Offset and those guys and the Migos and all those artists are considered mumble rappers. But I say that just because like I listen to Lil Baby and I have no issue deciphering what he's saying.
mm-hmm.
You know, it wasn't like when I was listening to, there was one guy. It was literal. I forget the song, but he like literally his mumble rapping was so bad he didn't even know his lyrics. Right?
Oh God,
it was that bad. So,
oh no.
But those songs, his songs resonate with me. I'm not paying money to just hear him outside of an arena. Like you pay money for the concert, not so that you can hear the song. It's so that people forget this. It's so you can see the performance.
Yeah.
Right? I'm going to go and pay to hear some open arena shit. You know what'll sound a lot better? You spend $2.99 on her album on iTunes. Okay?
Yeah.
Guess what? You could stay home. You get to be on your couch, make some popcorn, experience every single era of her tour in the comfort of your home. No, I'm going to be outside. I'm such a big fan, because that's what it is. Let's be honest. It's someone being like, you know what? I'm such a big fan. I am such a Swiftie that I didn't even get to go to the concert and I fucking went. I stayed out for all 4 hours. She did 7 encores and I stayed through all of them because I love Taylor Swift. That's what it really is. Can we be honest? Can we be honest?
I'm sure there are definitely those out there.
But I'm saying, like, what benefit do you get from listening to the echoes of a concert?
I don't know. I think you're just there for like to experience it. Like, oh, so
what are you experiencing? You're experiencing Bob, the parking attendant?
No, I'm talking about when you're in the concert.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that 1,000%. I'm not talking about people who go in the concert.
Oh, we're talking about the ones who were in the park. Oh, I'm sorry. I was like,
yeah, no, I'm saying that those people are doing it just so that they can say how big of a fan that they are.
I don't. Now, is that something similar to the people who go to like football games and they just tailgate, but they don't actually go to the game? They just stay outside in the parking lot and watch it?
This is the one that I was going to say as a caveat, right? If you're going with a group of people that would not fit in a single car. So essentially, if you've gotten 8 to 10 people to buy into this madness of let's go listen to the echoes of this concert. Okay, it's not just you singularly saying I'm such a big fan. It's now like the Taylor Swift cult, which is still crazy, right?
Yeah.
But at least it's not just like a crazy person anymore. And literally, the reason I say it like that is because literally fan is short for fanatic, right? So people who tailgate and stuff like that, it's part of the fanaticism. And then, so if I think it's stupid if I'm going to go and spend money on a parking lot so that I can make food and then go home. Like, that's also dumb to me. But if that's how you want to celebrate your team, okay, because you're doing it as a group activity. You're enriching your life in this group
Right.
activity, right?
Yeah.
You're not cutting yourself off. Because that's also part of it where I'm like, if it's just a person saying how big of a fan that they are,
Yeah.
Taylor doesn't know you.
Yeah.
Like she has no idea, and I'm not saying this in like a she's better than any. No, but I'm saying she doesn't know who you are. You are
Right.
just a fucking number to her. Do better for yourself.
Yeah. I don't yeah, I didn't realize people were doing that for that, but crazies.
I can't believe I didn't know that she was in her mid-30s.
Her album was not, she has an album called 1989, and that's the year she was born. She's a year older than me.
God, I should have known that. I feel like I did know that at some point, and
I think you did.
I refuse to remember it.
That's okay.
It's a previous life that we don't talk about anymore.
That old Ryan is gone.
old Ryan and his Taylor Swiftiness. Oh man. Okay, so I have a question for you.
Yeah.
If I were to talk shit on my ex on this podcast, would that be me punching down?
I mean, do you want me to talk about my ex too, so you don't feel bad? Like,
no, it's not. It's I want to. No. Please. I'm not gonna feel bad. There's no fucking way that I will ever feel bad about talking shit on this woman. But at the same time, like I just know that it's been an issue that I've dealt with in the past where even though I've got 3 listeners, 2 of which are related to the hosts. No, I'm sorry, 3 of which are related to the hosts. And Val. Thanks, Val. It is one thing when you have like a group of people. Fucking no, it's not punching down because none of the people that are going to be listening to this are actually going to go and fucking. I say this now, and then like in 10 years, like we have a huge level of fans that just go
with
back
our merch.
They go, stop fucking with Ryan and leave Fraternity Choo Choo alone.
Wait, hold on. I remember when we first did our old show that it got back around to your ex about what we talked about.
And that was a different ex. That was a different ex.
Oh, but yeah, still one ex. And, it somehow gets around back to them. Like,
right. Well, so the difference in this one, though, is that the ex I had talked about in that podcast was like from a fresh breakup. And this one is my ex-wife. So
the mother of your child.
Yeah. The mother of my bastard. So, but fuck it. Because even if it gets back to her, I don't care. And no one on here that is listening is in any way, shape, or form going to go out and find her in any way and talk shit to her. So I'm not worried. Oh, I had to catch myself. I almost started by saying this bitch.
Don't say her name either, please.
If I do, catch it so I can bleep it, okay? Because you know how I get. Sometimes I just... So she got a flat tire on Thursday, the day that we normally film.
Yeah.
And instead of like pulling over and getting a tow truck to take it to a shop so they can get fixed, she drives it on the rim to the tire shop, wherever this tire shop is. I didn't pay attention enough to find out. So I get a phone call while I'm at work, and it's Alex in a panic because you know what it's like when someone calls, hey, I can't get the kid, blah, 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 blah. We need to figure this out, right? So she calls me in a panic, and so I don't think about this stuff until later on. But essentially I end up leaving work when I didn't have to, right? Now that part I'm not going to blame on her because if I had just slowed down for a minute and not gotten caught up in the wave of, oh, fuck, no one's going to pick the kid up. He's going to be abandoned and then they're going to sell him into the slave trade.
Hey, call CPS on your ass. Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, they're not as adamant about that at school, but they at the Y camp, oh yeah, they will call in a quick second. So I go and I pick him up, and I text her and I'm like, hey, so what's the deal? And she's like, well, they close at 7, but they said that they might be able to get me fixed by 9. Right? So
Okay.
I'm already like, that doesn't make sense. What you're saying, those are not real words that you're putting together right now.
Yeah. So like they're gonna
So
let the tire shop stay open later to fix her tire. I don't know.
I guess like, oh, but okay, whatever. So then she texts me back and she says, never mind, keep him if you can. Talking about the kid.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I'll have a car to be able to take him to school tomorrow. Now, I'm someone who's very big on being asked. I don't like being told to do shit. I get told to do shit all day at work every day by people who don't know what the fuck they're saying. So in my regular life, if you don't ask me, if you don't say please, I'm not going to be inclined to do something for you. If you tell me that I can keep him if I can, I am, oof, trying to calm down, trying to be a
Mm-hmm.
better man, trying not to choose violence. Because I am not supposed, so we have a schedule set up for who he's supposed to be with at what times, right?
Right. Yeah.
This was clearly in it for her. So if I'm going to watch him, and I'm not saying that I would never want to watch him, I take him plenty on shit that I shouldn't have to, like on times that it's not my time to do stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, but if I'm going to do that, then I would expect for you to at least, pretend to not be nice about it and say,
Right.
hey, I'm in kind of a bind. Can you keep him tonight, please? Or something like that.
Right.
Nope. Nothing. So since I didn't get that, I was like, you know what? He's in second grade. I don't really give a shit if he misses a day of school because of her car. Sorry. Guess what? Nevada school system isn't that great anyway. He's probably not going to learn anything. So one day. And it's the first week of school. No one learns
Right.
shit the first week of school.
No.
People in
People are getting
Harvard,
moved.
people in
Getting
Harvard don't learn anything their first week of school. Okay. Uh, so I take him to her, and she was not happy about that. She, and this is fine. I don't care about this. She didn't acknowledge me. She didn't, anything. The only thing she did say was, oh, give this to daddy. And it was a bunch of stuff he had taken to school earlier in the week for a About Me project that he had. And in the bag were 4 things. It was a dart from a blaster. It was a dinosaur toy. It was his little toy tongs from his cooking set and his Taekwondo medal. Now, the Taekwondo medal is very important to me because he only did one tournament. And I was the only person who went to that tournament with him.
mm-hmm.
So when finding out when I got the stuff back, all I received back were the dinosaur and the tongs.
Mm.
And I had completely forgotten that he had taken the medal. Otherwise, I would have asked right then and there. But I didn't
Right.
until I got home. And when I texted her about it, I tried to be nice too. And I said, hey, do you have the medal or did he leave it at school? LOL.
Right.
This bitch left me on red.
Crickets. Mm.
Oh, and this was days ago. So she saw it by now.
Oh yeah.
And she has told me in the past that she wants that medal. Like, and I've told her in the past, no, because you didn't go. So now she's left me on red. I have to decide if I want to go to war with someone over a $3 piece of tin.
I know. I get it. Yeah.
But I'm seriously considering it because it's just I'm very tired of her feeling like she can act any way, shape, or form that she feels.
Yeah.
So
Now is has this been like the way she is before, or is it just more recent ways?
Oh
Like,
no. This is she's never
okay,
she's not someone who shows me respect in any way, shape, or form. You know,
okay,
uh,
yeah,
it's pretty much why we got divorced. I mean, it became honestly, we got divorced because I started becoming an asshole to her and I didn't like the way I was treating her. But in my opinion, it was due to the fact that I felt like I wasn't getting the respect I deserved in the relationship. And it was
yeah,
turning me into somebody that, at the end of the day, I say all that to say at the end of the day, my actions are of my own choosing. So she didn't do anything, you know, blah, blah, blah.
yeah, yeah.
But no, since day one of this thing, like, I remember when I was working at the TV station,
Mm-hmm.
I had really stupid hours. So we had to do like a weird thing with the schedule where I would go to work and then pick him up from daycare, and then she would come get him for me at 7. And we basically do that through the week and then figure other stuff out, right? And then she started asking if she could go to the gym after work. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, whatever. Like, I'll have to stay up a little later, but I get it. It's helping you out. And then that turned into, well, I'm not going to the gym. I'm just going out to dinner with my boyfriend. Right.
Yeah.
And I'm not set. And so finally, and she's showing up. Now, remember, I'm waking up at like 2 in the morning. So I'm
Oh,
trying to go
this
to,
was the year. Yeah.
right. Yeah. So I'm going to bed or I'm waking up at 2 in the morning. So I'm trying to go to bed as early as possible. Right. If
Mm-hmm.
I can go to bed by 7, oh, but but she's showing up at like 8, 8:30, 9 o'clock. And I'm just like, I this is ridiculous. So one day I'm like, yo, can't do this anymore. Like, it's one thing if you're going to the gym, but you gotta fucking, if you're not gonna be doing that, you gotta come get him. And
Yeah.
she had the balls to tell me that what she does on her time is none of my business. And I was like, you're right. It's none of my business. I don't want to fucking deal with what you're doing. But we
Right.
made an agreement based on you going to the gym. So if you're not going to the gym, then you don't adhere to your end of the agreement. So shut the fuck up. Sorry, I'm also trying to get it. I'm going to see her later today. Asher has a soccer game. So I'm trying to get out of my system now. So I'm not like, because you don't want to. I've been this parent. You don't want to be the parent that's like having an argument in the middle of a sporting event.
Yeah. Don't do that.
Not again.
Yeah.
uh, so yeah, I'm just like, as far as the, I'm just very like annoyed by her with that stuff, and I really wish there was like an easier solution other than me just having to put my foot down and be like, no, I'm not dealing with it anymore. Um, but that's where it is, and it just makes everything shittier because like Asher picks up on it too on certain
Yeah.
levels. Like he knows mom, like when his mom and his dad aren't fucking getting along or whatever,
Right, of
and
course.
then and then he's got to ask me fucking questions I don't want to answer. Like, hey, do you love mommy? I'm like, no, I don't love mommy. God no. I like her,
Yeah, she's
kinda.
fine. Yeah. We're
uh, that
friendly.
was that was a real question that got asked to me on Friday or
Wow.
Thursday. Do you love mommy? With the quickness, nope, nope. And he was like, he was taken aback for a
It's
second. He's
like,
like,
oh,
yeah, like, but you like her, right? I wanted to be me. I wanted to be the full me and just be like, no. But for the kids, for the
of
children,
course.
it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I like her. She's a cool lady.
It took a lot for you to say that
Did I went and
on that day.
I smoked so much weed after that. I had to I pounded through like a pound of weed that night. Just like, I said I liked her. Oh,
Oh man, that's
so there's
rough. I
so there's
don't
been that.
know.
There's been that. Oh, and then also, so Asher's playing baseball and soccer right now. He's in an actual
Okay.
soccer league for the first time. He's not just like piddling around. Fuck, it's going
Yeah.
fast. Um, so he's doing both of these things, and she was like, hey, so since he's doing both of these, at some point he might have to make a choice. And I'm cool with him missing like, baseball practices or whatever, but he's been doing baseball longer. So I feel like that should take the priority. I'm paraphrasing.
Right, right,
And
yeah.
I said to her, I'm also paraphrasing this because this is what was in my head. I don't give a shit. Like I said, like, okay, that makes sense what you're saying, but honestly, I was going to let him choose what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Like,
Hmm.
because at the end of the day, I personally don't have a dog in either sport. Like, I almost said it. I almost said it. Bleep all of this. Bleep it. Bleep it. Bleep it. The ex loves baseball and softball and all that stuff, and Alex loves soccer. Asher just likes sports, so I support him in
Right.
that. But I don't care about either of them. If he
Yeah.
was, I don't want him to play football, but like if he was playing football, that would be the one that I would care about. And I don't want to play football because he's got a fucking brain, and I don't want him to screw it up. Okay.
Right.
Um. So I said I was like, I just want him to do what makes him happy, and she just gave me this look like, how dare you go against the baseball gods?
Uh,
A curse on your house for this day. And then also Asher has this friend, Sai. Did I tell you about how his bully became his best friend?
no.
So like last year he's getting bullied by this kid, and by bullied I mean like my kid stands up for himself. So this kid would
Yeah.
like be like, I'm gonna fucking kill you, right? And that gets back to the teachers or whatever, and we got to do this whole thing where I talk to the principal, and I'm guessing his parents talk to the principal too, right?
Right, right, yeah.
Um, Fast forward, this kid lives in my fucking apartment complex, right?
Wow.
So I'm driving with the kid in the car with Asher in the car one day, and we run across this kid, and he's like, "Dad, it's Sai." And I'm like, "Wait,
What?
you mean the kid who said he wanted to kill you? Oh yeah, we got over that."
Wow. Look at kids,
Right?
man. Mhm.
So fast forward to this last weekend though. The kid comes over. Asher's like 15 minutes away from needing to take a nap. And
Yeah.
like I'm like, yeah, he's gotta take a nap soon. And this kid's like, oh, but not right now. Cool. And invites himself into the house. Right? This is a third grader, right? So it's not also like I could just like body him up and be like, nah, bro, go, what you doing?
Yeah. Where are your
You know?
parents?
Yeah. So he invites himself in. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. It's 15 minutes. I'll let him play. And he also doesn't have any personal boundaries with other people's stuff. So like oh god, you know how when you have to be an adult about some shit, but it like eats
Yes.
away at your soul for having to do it.
Yes.
So this little motherfucker is just going around being loud, doing all this stuff, and I'm like, all right, Sai, it's time for you to put your shoes on, and Asher's got to take his nap, right? So he's like slow playing the fuck out of that too. It took way too long. And you know how I know it took way too long? Because as soon as I shut it the fuck down, I said, Asher, it's time for you to take your nap. He was out of this house in 14 seconds. Okay. It took 20 minutes to do your shoes until I was like, you know what? No, Asher's going to take his nap now. And then he was, wow, I'm out of here. I was the Flash, Barry Allen style.
Oh my
So
God.
so he's fucking around with his shoes, and then he somehow comes into my bedroom, and he sees one of Alex's viewfinders. You know the little red viewfinder. You click it and it shows you like
Yes.
Costa Rica or whatever.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Ooh, what's this?" And he starts to grab for it,
Oh my God.
and I just had to go full dad voice, sigh, and it like reverberated in the house. Where it's like, "Oh fuck, I've angered the gods." And he just looks at me. I was like, it's time to put your shoes on, buddy. And it just like I said, it was like a dagger ate at my soul because I don't want to be an adult ever
Yeah.
unless it's fun, like yelling at my ex, but not at a little child.
Mm,
But god
mm.
damn it, man. And it just made me realize like I'm gonna fucking hate so many of his friends.
You
Oh,
probably will.
and it made me realize because for a very long time, I thought I didn't like children, right?
Hmm.
And I kept away from them because I was a single guy and you don't want to get put on a list and all that kind of shit, right? But then I had Asher and I was like, oh no, kids are fucking dope, right? They are
Yeah.
fun. They think everything you do is amazing. You're the funniest person. I'm actually, as soon as he hits middle school and he starts to hate me, I'm going to go through a real deep depression. So
No.
yeah, so like we just got to keep these good times rolling in elementary school, okay?
Yes, yes.
Um, but what I came to realize with his friend is that, and with other kids in general, is that I don't like kids because I don't like people. And kids are a reflection of their parents,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
Except for you. I feel like the De La Cruzes would be like, no, no, no. Judy did something. We did not teach her that way. We taught her better. She's not, we love her. She is of us, but we did better.
I never know the accent that you do for my parents.
I can't do a Filipino accent, okay? I know that there's like there's a rhythm to it of a Filipino accent where it's like tip tip tap tap tip tip tap tap. There
I don't
is.
have an accent. That's
Well, I've never
like,
met them, so I don't know.
I know.
Yeah,
So it
guess
always
what?
makes me laugh whenever
Guess
you,
what?
but
My
my
dad
parents
doesn't
sound
have my
normal.
dad doesn't have an accent either, and I still make him sound like a fucking cowboy, so it's
You do.
fine. Okay, it's not about the actual getting the actual person 100%. It's about getting the essence. And you know what? For never having met your parents, I feel like my impression gets the essence of them spot on. So,
The fact that you don't do impressions of, I mean, I guess you do impressions of your mom,
yeah, all the time.
but not like accents for her.
Well, no, but that's the thing is for her because she just has white lady voice, right? And I just mean like there's nothing specific. There's
Right.
nothing
Yeah.
inherently different on her voice than anyone else's. So with
Yeah.
her, that's why I go very like dramatic. Ah, well, I know, like stuff like that. Like that's why you make,
I love
you
it.
know. So that's
That's
why.
so
Because do you think
perfect.
she talks like that? Do you think my mom goes around just
No.
like, well, my dogs are the best. You thought my mom walked around with
No,
you thought
never.
my
Oh my
dad was
God.
just so low in life that he was gonna put up with that all day every day. He's like, that's fabulous.
Oh my
Oh,
God. Love you,
oh
mom.
man. Yeah, we love our parents so
Shout
much.
out to Ryan's mom.
Oh, and just because we only got a couple minutes left, quick update. Did actually get all the social media information over to Judy.
You
So
did.
she
Yes.
is it's been a very long week. I didn't even talk about the work stuff. Put real
You get
quick
there.
story. A lady came in, our system was fucking off the grid one day. Like we couldn't do anything. And a lady came in and my one of my agents said, "Oh, our system's down." And she goes, "Okay, well, can I just talk to an agent? Like, can I sit down with one and just talk and blah blah blah?" And she goes, "Okay." She sits her at my desk and she starts talking like, "Okay, well, I can't do anything for you other than take notes because our system is down." And she goes, "Oh, it's down?" And I go, "Yeah, my
They told,
coworker
yeah.
just said it was down, right?" And this bitch was like, "Oh, I didn't know it was down, down."
It's down, down.
Oh, okay. Because you know the IT manual, it did specifically say that we can work when it's down, but not down, down. So my bad for not putting a sign out at the insurance emporium. Our system is down, down. No one come in here. So it's been a week of stuff like that on top of
Oh,
the stuff with
great.
with my ex and all that.
Yeah.
But did give Judy all the social media stuff. Alex has been doing some research for me, so she can be a social media manager because my mom really loved that idea. She was like, "Oh yes, Alex is young, so she can do the things." Um, but yeah, but that's all. We only got 16 seconds left. So that's all we have for you on this week's episode of A Conversation with Judy and Ryan. Thank you so much for listening to us and letting
Yes.
us vent about everything. We appreciate the shit out of you. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.